When will I remember to take the timer off first?
Hello.
All right. Hey, Teamworm. How's it going, dude? Rest of chat, how you doing? Might just be Teamworm at the moment. Over here, we had a crazy fucking weekend. There was a crazy storm. Bunch of tree branches blew down. Nothing got destroyed, but it's pretty crazy. Pretty fucking crazy. You doing all right? Great. I suppose it could be worse. Oh, okay. So today, what are we doing? We're doing some pixel art. So I did some more research into getting doors to open and close, and I understand how to do it, but I need the animation for it. So what I thought we would do is we'll use Aseprite. That's Aseprite to make some sprites, like doors, maybe some other things. But first I kind of want to storyboard out, like, just real quick in Paint, in shitty old Paint, the things that I want for, like, the opening room, right? So, like, we're gonna need, I'll just make a list. Maybe a list might be easier. At first, a list will be easier. Okay, so we want walls. We want doors. I think when the game opens, you'll be in a room full of like sleeping pods, like cryo. We'll call them cryopods. And then we'll need a broken pod. You'll have come out of a broken one, and you'll wake up and nobody will be around. You'll be like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" And then you got to start wandering around. Okay, and then we need like a floor. Need some flooring. Okay, so I think that's good for the beginning room. So you know what? I didn't even need to draw anything. I thought I needed to draw things. Let's think about this. The room will have walls. It'll have a door to go in and out. Oh, I want like a broken wall that will lead outside as a fun little tease. I'm gonna have like a bunch of weird foliage and shit, like growing into the room to give you the idea that maybe not that you've been there a while. You have been there a while, but to give you the idea that like time has passed since this scientific place was used for science. And then we probably want, like, this isn't important, so we'll do this later. Maybe I'll separate it out. Miscellaneous stuff, like, I don't know. Ah, crap, if you hit tab, it does a bunch of weird. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Can I get back into where I can type? Oh my god, and you won't just let me click and type? No, you won't. All right. You know what? That's good enough. That's good enough. We'll have like miscellaneous like tables and other lab equipment. I guess if the idea was that this was like a room storing humans in cryo sleep, you wouldn't really have. You'd have things related to that specifically. So like, I don't know, maybe some little like storage lockers and like a little computer terminal or something, but those things won't actually be essential. So yeah, I think we'll start with walls and a door, so I can actually have a door that animates being opened and closed. Yeah. Okay, so we didn't really need paint. That's fine. Let's go to Aseprite. And then actually, before we start working, I want to think about like perspective. I want to look a little bit at other top-down games. to kind of decide for sure what we want the perspective to be like. I think just doing something like Pokemon makes the most sense, like old Pokemon. Where like essentially, I don't think it counts as isometric because I think the isometric perspective is, oh my god, you're so tiny. We just like open you in a new tab and then like zoom way in. Sure. Okay, so the isometric perspective, I think, is like rotated like 45 degrees. So like instead of like I could be wrong about this though. Like instead of seeing squares, oh my god, I'm gonna need to zoom in. Okay, so instead of seeing a square like this, pretend that's a square. You would see it like this. Right? You'd see it like rotated. I believe that is specifically what isometric perspective is. So a lot of games do that, but Pokemon avoids that by essentially just being like straight on, but then instead of top down, right? You take like the top down, you kind of tilt forward, so then you get to see walls that are above you. Those are the only walls you actually see in Pokemon? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's look a little bit more. We could look at Viridian Forest. Let's just open a few of these. So I think that statement is true. I believe you only see walls that are above you. And that might be limiting. Maybe we'll look at some other games' art styles and see how we might avoid the pitfalls of this situation, which is that, again, you only see the bottom parts of things. Which, like, I could still work with, but, like, it would be nice for doing puzzles to let you see every wall. So the other thing we could do is what A Link to the Past does. And some people hate it because really it makes no sense. You get to see all the walls, but like, how could that be? If the camera was tilted so you could see this wall, well, how the hell would you see that wall? And you wouldn't, unless this was a nonsense situation where like literally every room's walls sloped out and up. Be very strange. I don't think that is the case. You could also conceptualize this as like, you've got like a fisheye lens or something, but it doesn't distort things properly. You'd see like weird geometric distortion in places, both for the characters, depending on where they were below you on screen, and then also different parts of the walls. They wouldn't all look consistent like this because of how a fisheye lens like bends light as it comes in. So like no matter what, it doesn't make sense, but you can see better. And specifically you can like see doors better or openings in caves. Might do something like this. I hate it. I love A Link to the Past, and I don't mind the art style because it functions, but I hate that it doesn't make sense. But I think this might be the way to go. I'm gonna check out like, what about like Stardew Valley? What the hell does Stardew Valley do? Okay, Stardew Valley just does what Pokemon does. It forces you to only see one side of things. Okay. New question. What the hell does Link to the Past do in the overworld? Well, okay, there's our answer. So in the overworld, A Link to the Past follows the same rules as Pokemon. You only see the tops of things. Well, yes, the bottom. You see the south side of things. If you assume that walking up on the screen is north, you only see the south side of things. Damn, that's ballsy that they actually just went with two different camera perspectives. One for dungeons and one for the overworld. That's fucking crazy. Interesting. Okay, so I have one last thing I want to figure out, which is how does Pokemon do dungeons or caves? But like, what the hell does Victory Road look like? Right, instead of like walls with openings in them for doors, there are ladders. But then also it looks like they kind of go for the same perspective that Zelda does. So I guess just like everybody's doing this thing to an extent. Like right here. You're getting the left side of a thing, and then over here you get the right side of a thing, which I guess in this case, because it's like a rock formation, not a wall, that could very easily be like a trapezoidal shape. Like this is the top of a trapezoid. And then this area is actually angled. A little convenient that all the walls would be that way as well. But interesting that they're like half doing the perspective that Zelda did. You see the left and right walls more than you actually would if they were tall, but not the bottom of things. Or I guess I should no. The better way to look at that is it's the northern facing sides, because same thing up here. You also miss that. Okay, is that a perspective I want to do? It would make showing doors in the south hard. I would have to use some other kind of indicator for them rather than just showing them. I don't know. I think we do the Zelda thing. I think the Zelda thing gives you the most, like, freedom. So we go with above ground, it looks like Pokemon. Or rather, in non-dungeon zones, places where you're not really, you're not going to be, well, shit. 'Cause I was thinking there wouldn't be doors in every direction. But what about, like, Zelda just, this seems crazy to me. There are just going to be no houses with doors on their northern sides. That is a shortcoming of this art style, of this perspective. And Pokemon suffers from it too. And then they love to have like buildings with secret entrances in the back that you can't see. So then if we kept this kind of perspective, we would just need to have a rotatable camera. Which for now, I don't know if I want to do that. I think it would be okay. It's definitely a lot more work to have a rotatable camera. So I feel like for now, I'm not going to do that. And we're going to start designing sprites not for the overworld. We're going to start with like, you're going to start inside a sort of dungeon-like area. Okay, so then we're going to start with the dungeon perspective. We're going to start with this perspective. And try to figure out, like, I don't know, gotta make walls and shit. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're doing. All the walls weirdly look like they are going out as they go up. Makes no sense. but it works. Conveys info. Okay, so our background is transparent, but right now I just have a bunch of black. Because what I'm planning on doing is shoot for the sake of illustration. Damn it. I thought I intentionally misspelled minute. No, it's M-I-N-I, isn't it? The game is M-I-N-I. So I want to use an art style that's kind of like minute, where like black is sort of like the ground. It's kind of like default. It's both the ground and the background. And then things are drawn in white, essentially. And then what we're gonna do is slowly add color in. And at first, in the opening area, color will only be used for like elemental things. Like the first tool you're gonna get are some boots that let you dash with like electrical power. And they will leave like a yellowy white arc in their wake. And then also you'll be solving some puzzles helping a little electric mouse. And the electric mouse will also be yellow. And then there's some other tools I will also introduce in the beginning that will have colors. And then we'll see. I think I might slowly have like the after the opening dungeon you leave and then the world becomes colorful. And it's like you're the source of it. You woke up and you're in some kind of like weird computer data storage situation and everything was compressed, and now that you're woken up, all the files are becoming uncompressed. And like, hey, we can add color back to things. Cool. Thanks for waking up, player. Yeah. Yeah, Minute's art is so good for just being black and white. It's so cute. Oh my god. Okay, also, real quick, one thing to add back to that paint list. Hide those. We need a fucking player sprite, bro. You can be AA. Although I don't know if you're actually going to be first, because that's going to be pretty hard. Alright. What the fuck else might we need? I'll figure it out. Figure it out as it comes. Okay. So let's draw a 16 by 16 square. So I have like kind of a reference for what 16 by 16 is. Don't be 4 pixels big, motherfucker. Don't do that. All right, so there's a little readout at the bottom that tells me how big things are. Almost there. Nope. Come on. No. I don't know Aseprite that well, despite having drawn some things in it before. Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. Okay. So then this is 16 by 16, and I suppose actually a more useful thing would be like... Yeah, would like 18 by 18 be more useful, because then you know you can fit an entire... like an entire 16 by 16 thing fits inside of here. Yeah, maybe that's more useful. Shit, okay. Okay. And so then... need to like kind of conceptualize. We want walls. We want walls and a door. And we want it to kind of be like a sci-fi thing. So things are gonna look like futuristic. Wow, everything is more than a pixel wide. I swear whenever I'm working in Aseprite, I always leave everything as 1 pixel in size. Like brushes, lines, everything. Very weird. Okay, so then have no idea how to do this. I think at first we're just going to kind of like draw a wall and a door, and then we'll kind of figure out how to make them into little sprite squares, which will then be made into a tile set. I have no idea if that's a smart thing to do. And then there's also a very specific way to set up a sprite with an extra window down here where you can jump from frame to frame of animations. And we'll definitely need to do that. Like for our character walking. And then I think we can just export that. You can just export that as a sprite sheet. I am pretty sure. Export sprite sheet. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, great. So we'll be able to do that when we get there, hopefully. Right, and then the other thing to consider is that I think I want a player character to be like 2 of these tall. So then the player character is actually going to be like shit. If I wanted to outline the thing, you know what? No, I think the easier way is to just make a 16 by 32 situation. Oh. Right, it's got to be easy to resize. Is the background going to be transparent? It is. Okay, so then maybe I just leave the background transparent. Let's just do that. Fine. It's harder to see the white, but it's still very visible. We're fine. Okay. So then this is the size of a player. 16 by 32. Yeah, okay. And you know what? Yeah, I think I do like that better. We'll just have a square of 16 by 16 and a square of 32 by 32 to remind us how large things should be. Okay. So then if this is the size of the player, he needs to be able to fit through a door. He or she. But then also, you know, you wouldn't build a door in a science lab to just fit one person. Also, what about people taller than the player or fatter than the player? I guess the idea would be if everybody needs to fit into this zone. We could have exceptions, like we could have like an alien character or something that is an extra little bit taller, but then there'll be like a special consideration and things will intentionally be too short for them because they're freakishly tall and hanging out in human-built environments. So, okay, we'll assume that this is the range of human height and width. So then I think, holy shit, right? The squares in the background are 16 by 16. Wow, thank you, Asprite. Wonderful. Okay, so then we'll just kind of make a door that's like two people wide. Makes sense? Shit. I'm still on the eraser. There we go. Okay, so then 1. Put that right here. And then 2. Okay, so then this would be the size of our door. We'll go with gray for now. We would definitely want it to split down the middle. And then it's gonna like, it's kind of like jump open. Like slide open to the left and right. And then we'll probably have it be not just rectangles. Ooh, and then also some kind of little something that looks like a handle, you know, like if there was no power, you wouldn't want a perfectly flat door, like even though it should open from a sensor down at the bottom. Maybe it won't if the power is out and you need to be able to manually open that bitch. Sure. Okay, so then how do we want to handle the curve? Not with a 6-pixel sized fucking brush, motherfucker. Ooh, is there an easy way to swap these colors? In a bunch of photo editor things, there's just a little button you click and they'll swap. I bet there is... Whatever. I can just do that. Okay, so let's see what this looks like if we give it like a nice little curve. That's not really a curve, bro. That's just a diagonal line. Something like that. Jeez! Hello! How are you? I don't know if I like that. We go with more of like an oval shape. Do we extend this out more? Whoops. Undo that. Okay, all I can say for sure is I don't like either one. What do cool doors look like? Damn, there was a cool asset pack on oh shit. Jeez. Thanks for being a 5-monther. You're very sick, but fine besides that though. Oh no. I hope you feel better soon. I feel fine, but we had a crazy storm this weekend, so we have a bunch of mess to clean up. There's fucking tree branches and shit everywhere. Crazy. Maybe a little tiny lip looks okay. Yeah. Yeah, that looks all right for now. Okay. And then the thing to remember is obviously just black and white for now. And then let's see. There's probably some kind of cool way to just mirror. Right, there's got to be like I can just paste this and then can I right click you? No. Right, that removes sections of you. No, what I guess edit probably. Yeah. I would like to just flip you vertically along a vertical line. Okay, so no, then I'm flipping you horizontally. What I want is to flip you horizontally. Okay, so undo that and then do that. Right. All right. Great. We have a door. You just popped in quick to say hello, for sure. Hopefully you'll be better tomorrow and able to hold a stable conversation. That's okay. If you're not, just focus on getting better. You could just lurk if you want. We'll be doing Pokemon. Whatever you want to do. All right, so let's not set the bar too high. Dang. Was that a cheese burn? Are you saying like regular fully not sick cheese doesn't hold a stable conversation? Or am I taking that the wrong way? Maybe I'm taking that the wrong way. Okay, so we have a door. Let's figure out what the rest of the wall will look like, because maybe then we'll change how the door looks. No Twitch chatter does. Damn. So that was an attack on all Twitch chatters. Yourself and myself included. Okay. So what the fuck does a wall look like in a science-y facility? Like just all white? That would be boring. I think that would be a good base, would be white, since the ground is going to be black. Shit, I'm still on gray. Shoot. Oh, but G is the fill tool. There we go. Okay. So we use black for details. Yeah, I don't know. Let's look at some look at some sci-fi pixel art. Never be afraid to use references. Ooh. Cool, dude. Okay. So I do kind of feel like some kind of situation with I guess this is sort of a good example. I don't think this will fully work, but having like a lower area that has like infrastructure stuff. Although in this case, this just seems like generic equipment and machinery. I would like to be a little more thoughtful about what I put in, especially because we're like a lower pixel density. I don't know. Referencing Pokemon. This guy thinks he's Palworld. Whoa. Think I am Palworld? How is Palworld doing? I feel like shit sold really well, and people were saying it was fun, but I haven't seen anything about, need to go look and see, like, what kind of legs does it have? Does it have a fun end game? Or is everybody just so excited for a different take on Pokemon that it's great, but it's gonna run out quickly? I don't know. Okay, what other kind of situation do we have? Ooh. Okay. So yeah, actually, this gets at the perspective that I want. We do need to have a top to a door. Ooh, fancy that it opens. It doesn't open straight up and down. It's got like a little angle to it. That's cool. Oh no, Mojito. He's having a bad dream. Actually, yeah, this is fucking nice. This is like what I want. Let's draw like a black and whitish version of this. Probably no caution-y symbol, but maybe some kind of like stripe or something. And then down here, we'll have like something like this with the like buttons and things as some kind of infrastructure. All right. Let's hide that. So actually, yeah, let's try to add, we'll try to add the like extra perspective up here. Whoop. Which then I guess I need to figure out, do we go another sprite higher? Another like frame, another tile higher, so that then we can adequately represent it, which I think we have to, because if a character is as tall as this door, as max height, then if you're gonna be top down and show the thickness of the door, it needs to be like right here. Okay, so then yeah, let's kind of just like fuck around with what that would look like. A little square. Or what would you even look like from the top? So I gave you a little curve. Then what does that mean in the grand scheme of things? Yeah, how would that actually look? So we have this little like crack, the gap between the two doors that I'm representing as just a white. And then door itself is black, but then we have this extra like detail. So what the fuck is that gonna be like? It's like almost like this part of it is like the wall. The door itself would be sliding under this section. Okay. And then do we even want a kind of transition there? I feel like we do need some kind of line to let you know that this area is like the top. Okay. My God, the 2-bit color palette is really limiting. I was also thinking trying out, I think maybe I'll experiment with it off stream. Like shit. So not 2-bit, not black white. 4-bit? No, because it's multiplicative. That might be right. 4 colors, black and white, but also light gray and dark gray. Holy shit. Just say what you mean, bro. Say what you mean. Okay, and then I guess we could have another like white line around it. No. Should just use the line tool. Just use the line tool, man. It sucks there are shortcuts to switch to the tools, but if I remember right, yeah, they're nothing that I would easily access. Like, I'm not going to move my left hand to hit the L. I guessed right, but I'm not confident I could do that regularly, and I'm not about to just, like, smack around my keyboard. I definitely already, with the, like, 5 or 6 times I've used Aseprite, have memorized that G is the bucket tool. I can get to that easily. I guess I could change the shortcuts. That might be a thing to do. I could also use the Stream Deck. I think I saw somebody had an Aseprite profile that you can download somewhere. So you can just, like, press buttons on the Stream Deck to switch to things. That's only slightly more convenient, though. Okay, so... Is that good enough for what a door would look like? And then we would have to animate it opening, which would be pretty easy. We can just literally like move the doors left and right and cut off a tiny bit of them, and then they're transparent. Yeah, that should be fine. Like by default, deleting things leads to having a transparent background. Cool. Okay, so then how do I make this look with the wall? So maybe for the wall, we need to have like an outline like this, just to clearly, at least for now, convey what the fuck you are. Whoops. Does that look like a wall? Kind of. It looks more like a wall than it did before. Go back to the line tool. And then what? Some kind of line across, like what was that picture? Ooh, right, and then like something that this picture does really well. No. What the? Do I have 2 Firefox windows open? Oh my God, I do. Dang it. Dang it. Why did I do that? Okay, so let's close that. Wow. All right. Well, don't know how that happened. Anyway, I may have been referencing a picture that was not on the screen. Apologies for that. Now I realize how stupid that must have looked. If indeed that is what happened. So this is the door. I looked up sci-fi doors. Oh my God, and then I also looked at this picture too to talk about stuff. Oof, all right, maybe this will go back and edit and just paste the picture over it. For the YouTube upload. Okay, so something like this, we learn from this. Love the lights on the doors. Definitely gonna be something I want to add. I want to look into how to make a like dynamic lighting system, even if it's very simple, like overly simple. That shit looks cool. So something this wall does well is it has a damage on it, which is really interesting. It would certainly be possible to convey just with two colors, black and white, but definitely harder. Also, it's interesting. You can clearly see that the let's just open this and look at it in all of its glory. You can clearly see that the door is not as thick as the wall, which is such a strange abstraction to think about the camera being in a spot where like you don't see the ceiling. Like the ceiling is just missing. It's very weird. But I think it's the thing to do. There's a reason that people do it. Okay. So I like the way that looks. I like the way that the door, not only does the door start up higher, but then it ends lower than the wall. So like it kind of looks something like this. That definitely helps convey the idea that like, hey, this is a door. You're capable of passing through this. Okay, so now we're 4 pixels above the door, the wall. I think that looks pretty good. And then, just for the sake of visualization, okay. And then I don't know. Do I want to like round this? I don't think so. Let's see. Oh my God, the eraser is 30 pixels wide. Down to 1. Would it look better to have the wall be rounded? Okay, let's actually commit to it and change the wall detail. So like, what would we do? Grab the brush tool. And what we would have like something like that, and then the outline would look like that. Nah, it's not any better. I think a version of that could be better, but I don't think it's something to worry about right now. Okay, and so then what we would also want to do is like thicken. We'd want to thicken these upper walls. So what's the easiest way to do that? We could like take the top. Maybe, let's see what happens if we go just as much above as we are below the door. Like 4. It was a waste of time to copy that. So go like 4 pixels. And then we're just gonna like lazily reproduce this. This is a thick ass wall, dude. Thick ass wall with no details on it. Okay. All right, does that convey the idea that we want? Not super clearly. And maybe we just have the doors be rectangular. I think it'll be clearer. And the goal of this for now is to at least kind of like, it's like we need pixel art that matches the functionality we're trying to make for the game. Especially like animations for things, because I really want the game to feel good. Okay, what's the deal here? This is thicker than this. It's because I pasted it in a weird spot. Actually, I pasted it in a correct spot. This is weird. Oh, well, no, because now it goes over. Now, hold on. Hold on. How do we want to do this? You shouldn't be taking up the number of pixels you're taking up, buddy. You should be like that. And then sure, we'll just make the door one thing thicker. There we go. Okay. Do I like that? Actually, no. No. I lied. I'll make you one line thicker black. Cool. Okay. And now I'm paranoid as to whether or not it's even. Oh well. Ooh, we're gonna need some floor tiles too. Damn. Okay, so I do want the floor to be mostly black. So let's draw a little black floor tile. I guess this section would just be outright black. Ooh, we could do like a white outline. Ah! Still on the fill tool. Ooh, U is the rectangle shortcut. That's kind of lame. Okay, so what do you look like as a series of black squares with white outlines? Does that look okay? Ah. Obviously boring. But then we can fix that by adding detail. And variation. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's good enough. Ugh, and the black and white starts doing that optical illusion thing where like the spots where the lines cross looks like there are little like gray spots appearing in your peripheral vision. So we need some kind of pattern on the floor, but maybe something larger. So, let's try something like twice the size. Something like that, maybe? If we did it right, we could only have thin individual lines. So let's see, how would that look? Shit. Like instead of having the lines, the border lines between black tiles be a single pixel or 2 pixels, they could be a single pixel. So like actually let's experiment with that. If this was the floor, this is the floor, and then we want to have lines that are an individual pixel wide. Shoot, we should do 2 layers of it. All right, so like this is our floor. And then how would we would have to like essentially it'd be each set of 4 tiles only has a white line like on its left side and its bottom. I think that would result in what I'm thinking of here. You look at each set of 4 and then the left side and the bottom side. That looks lame when you get to the door, which has 2 white lines. Has the separation between them. Oh, also, you are just extra thick. I did not fix you right. What about if we just don't do that? The doors can kind of be their own thing. Maybe. But I feel like spacing-wise, that looks better. That looks cleaner. Want a little pattern on the wall. Something like that. We'll make it look nice later. Just an idea. Yeah, and I guess, so like I want the lines because I feel like it helps establish it's like tile or something. The white lines really break up the black ground. But then having the spacing be big like this would still give us room to we can put objects on the ground, and the individual white lines are less likely to muddy up the clarity of the detail that we're working with. Okay. So then should spend a little more time on the wall to make it look right. Then we'll make a sprite of the door opening. Okay, so this wall has so many things going for it that our wall does not have. Obviously, the animation is nice, but that's really all about the door. The wall, I feel like the wall's perspective is really well enforced by the like color change that gives it like lighting detail, like this top part. Oh, my mouse doesn't show. There we go. Okay, I just hadn't clicked into the window. All right. So the top part is a lighter color, which kind of somehow just helps tell your eye like, oh, that's the top of the thing. We're transitioning to the top of it. It's so interesting. I don't know if it's just because I've played so many games that look like this, but just like immediately having this like dark black area that doesn't really seem to follow the rest of the lighting rules. Like, it looks fine to me, and to me what it's supposed to be is like you're cutting away the ceiling. So of course you could just represent it with a dark color because this isn't real. You wouldn't actually see this. It's just for the sake of playing the game. But then what's interesting is over here, there's clearly some kind of lighting attempt. There's some kind of attempt at making this look like lighter around the edge. And it works so well to convey the idea of a wall. It looks so good, but I don't really think that makes sense. Maybe it's something else. They're trying to get at some other kind of idea that does make sense, and I'm wrong about it being an attempt at lighting, or pretending to be lighting, since there's more than likely no actual global illumination in this picture. Not global, point specific illumination. It's probably all just pre-done. That looks so good. That is so clearly the top of this wall. And this is so clearly the side. Our wall needs that going for it. How do we achieve that with just black and white is the question. Let's fuck around. Why not? Okay, so I'm actually just gonna clear these out. So I think making these look like they're like pre-made panels that were just kind of like popped into position. I feel like that's a pretty big staple of video game sci-fi walls. So like having some kind of thing like this, it's like you're essentially viewing, you can see like the seam where they were like popped together, prefabricated and then assembled, is cool. Probably space them right so that they're the tile set is like nice and repeatable. That would definitely be something to do right now. Okay, so this is like right on the line. And then, yeah, I guess just one would be fine. How would this look? Just like a thick black line and a thin line? No, don't like that. But just a series of like horizontal lines. Those are vertical lines, buddy. It could be okay if spaced correctly. Something like that. Just very simple. Does kind of make it difficult to tell that it's a wall still. I don't know if, I guess I don't know if that is making it difficult, but it is still difficult to tell. So I really think a big part of it is having something at the top here that makes it look like we're transitioning. And would it be better to have that be black? Does that help convey like things that are mostly black are either flat, they're like horizontal surfaces, not vertical surfaces, or in the case of the door, something you interact with. But actually, let's try inverting the door. This is just we're just trying shit out here. So if the door was white, how would that feel? Well, okay, first of all, you would definitely need black lines. I guess you wouldn't need them. Okay, no, hold on. We'll draw it if we think we need it. Like that this very much does not look like a door. So lines around the sides? Do you look like a door now? Too high. Where the hell do you put handles on a door, you know? Just something you like take for granted. Below half. Very close to the section that starts opening. Fine. Okay, so I think something like that is already more, it's more readable. It doesn't look good, but it's readable. To me, it looks more like the white surfaces are walls. Mostly white with black detail, whereas horizontal ground or ceiling surfaces are going to be mostly black with white detail. Okay. Yeah, honestly, that like looks like a door to me now. Not good. Could be better. Let's go back to looking at that the transition between the wall, vertical surface and horizontal surface. Really don't know a way to make that look better without more color. What does Minute do? Let's go look at some more Minute screenshot. Okay, this is a good example. So in this situation, it's just like the wall is fully white and then there's little like black lines for detail. I guess really it's just like any objects they want to stand out from the background. That includes walls, but then up here at the pool, this is flat. It's flat ground, but it still needs to stand out. Not ground, it's a flat surface. It's a horizontal surface. There's a little bit of vertical to it. But in this case, both the vertical and horizontal parts of this object are white as its primary color and black for detail. Okay. Okay, so then really it's like anything that you need to give detail to. You've watched at least one video on IRL door design? Fun. Like the physics of it? Why to put doorknobs where? It all seems to be obvious from a practical standpoint, but I bet there's some cool things you wouldn't think about in the design of a door. Like not as a kid, as like a teen, I went to some doctor's office and noticed that they had doorknobs like way up high. And I just assumed, I'm probably right, that they do that so like kids can't leave. The kids can't just like fuck around and get out of there. Ooh, the video was also about how people read a door based on the handle design. Cool. Like, they're going to read what its purpose is or read how it would open based on its handle design. I bet you could fuck with me how it opens specifically. Yeah, okay. I bet you could make a door that slides open, that if you made it look like it had hinges and a doorknob, you could get me to think that it pulls open, but actually it slides open. Holy shit, that would be funny. Ooh, do we want to go like across the middle? Damn. It's impossible to not get swept up in completely pointless details. Okay, and then also you're off because it should be, nope, it should be that. You could just draw the line, dude. You could just do that. You have a line tool, my man. Okay, so if we did something like that and we wanted the line to be, I guess it would be like that. Yeah. Okay, well, obviously you don't want it to extend up here. Okay, so that's like it's too long. Do like this little detail. Do like something like that. Do we like that? Okay. Okay, I think our door is readable. All right. Is there anything else that I think I could add that would make it more readable? Looking back at that sweet sci-fi door that we found, I just can't see anything without adding more colors. Hey, Booski. Speaking of door shenanigans, library big double doors with a vertical handle. You like a moron pushed instead of pulled. And pinched your finger between the handle and the door. Wait, like recently? Or this is a thing you regularly do? Ooh, a few days ago. Damn, bro. Sorry for your situation. I guess you should watch Team Worm's video. Okay, not Team Worm's video. You should watch the video Team Worm watched about how doors tell you whether you should pull them or not. What if this was like white on the top? Does that like do anything? Does that like differentiate it in a cool way? Nope. Not really. It doesn't really... Yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me. Alright. Still the dum-dum is you. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We all do shit like that. Oh my god, Team Worm, you blame libraries. Libraries are great. What would this look like rounded up here? Zoom in. I'm already hating it. Even just conceptualizing it, I'm hating it. Not a lot of pixels. God, do we just double the pixel size? With 32 by 32. That is initially what I was thinking. Stardew Valley manages with 16 by 16, but 32 by 32 might be the way to go. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's remake this in 32 by 32 and see how it looks. See if we hate it. Okay, so then a door. So 32 by 32. That's currently the door. This would be the new door. It's mostly white. But then actually on the outside it's white. And then there's a black frame. That. And then we'll do this. Okay. And then how did we actually handle the perspective of where the door sits? We like went up. We essentially allowed ourselves to go up into a higher area. Team Worm, what happened? You got an ad for custom banners that will make your business stand out, and the thumbnail is going out of business. Well, that'll make your business stand out, I guess. Not in a way you might want. Jesus. Woof. Ooh, okay. And then also looking at the dimensions of this, like I probably should have extended this up and made the wall a little bit taller. Okay. So okay, let's make the walls next to the door as well. So they need to be like 3 times 2, since each of the squares is 16 pixels and they're 3 squares tall now. It's going to be 6 squares tall. Sure. So where's a good spot to do it? We'll just do it over here. All right, fine. This will all make sense in the end, I think. Okay, and they're white as their outline. So we're going like 6 tall. Pretty wide. Yeah, that should be okay. Sure. Okay, and so then right now the way that we're set up is that this much is wall. This much is vertical wall, and that's the top of it. But I think we can change that and just go just a little bit higher. I think we'll just play with this in the perspective, like when we have the door set next to it. We could do 8. I feel like doing things in ratios of 4 and 8 would be good. I don't know, that looks pretty good. Okay, and so then we'll take you, move you over here, we'll copy you, move you over here. And then how much do we want the door to be like taller than you? Shit, also I didn't place you correctly. You need to be right there. Okay. Shit. Okay. So let's try 8 above. Yeah, that looks okay. For now. Oh no, let's get the top of the door in there. Okay, we want that to be thinner. Just copy the sizing from here, but doubled. Interesting. Like 7 wide. Oh, I did select it. All right. Wrong color. Okay, so what looks good here? I think maybe if we were as much below the top as we were above the bottom. It was like 8 pixels. Maybe something like that. Okay. We'll just fill you in. We're gonna cut you in half in a second. Sure. Yeah, I like this a little bit better. I don't like this being too pixels thick. Need to fix that. You know what? This looks too thick. So let's maybe make you like. Ooh, do we do 4 entire pixels smaller? Does that look okay? I also don't like these lines matching. They shouldn't really match. The top of the door should kind of look like it starts behind or further back. Oh my god. Further back from the wall. Something like that. Okay. Endor, what's your deal? You have a white outline and so does the wall. Is that really necessary? If all the walls that you're on have white outlines, could you just not have a white outline on your left or right? Maybe. Maybe. We're kind of getting there. Kind of working. Can I just click? No. Dang. Spoiled by the editor from Temetsi having an easy erase. Eraser, what's your shortcut? E. Okay, cool. I can actually use that. Great. Great. And then B to jump back to brush. Great. Let's see. Could some other shape for like a door handle work? I don't know if it's necessary. Just have them be long. Sure. I'm not sure whether I want to imply that they are like a hole that you would put your hand into only in an emergency, or if they're like a handle that sticks out. Ooh, it could be like a little recessed handle that you pop up in case of emergency and then pull it. That could be kind of cool looking. What would something like that look like? It would be like the handle itself would be small. Or no, sorry, the rotational point would be small, but the handle would be big. And then it would like be inside of something like housed like that. Ooh, conveying that idea would be pretty difficult. Hey, TKJ. That's who I am? You remember me now? Great. Well, you said I remember you now. But you did mean now. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad you remember. Hopefully your memory's not failing you. It has been a while. I recognize your name, but I don't remember the last time you were chatting. Okay, so we definitely want the walls to be white. You've been busy, for sure. Hollowing for 5 months. Oh my god. It's so weird you can see that stuff.
Hello there.
Hey, Crazy Pants. Crazy Pants will regularly check how long people have been following, like if we're watching other Twitch streamers. And somebody says like a dumbass comment or like something weird in chat that makes us question how long they've been following, or if they're just here to like advertise their bullshit in a stream. It's always interesting to see. So often it's less than a month. Yeah, when people are being like recently some stuff happened. I watch Kyle Bosman. He's like the only Twitch streamer whose stuff I watch. Recently something happened where a former coworker of his went to work for someone who kind of sucks. They're like kind of bigoted publicly. And it seemed like there were some people trying to stir up shit that had not been following for very long, that were just coming in to be little shitheads. It's always funny to see if someone's being a little piece of shit. Like, oh, and you haven't been following that long. That's interesting that you would come in here and try to rile up the situation. Okay, so I feel like the positioning of this vertical line is way more difficult to figure out now. What if we did right here, so you're at the bottom What would be at the, yeah, you would be at the bottom of one of the tile pieces. One of the tiles. They're just called tiles, dude. They're just tiles. Okay, and then we'll just, I could just copy and paste the whole thing at this point. You know what? That probably would be faster rather than worrying about this being lined up. God, it seems like once you're like actually good at pixel art, the fucking workflow, if you do it right, you could probably save so much time. Okay, they look too narrow comparatively. I like the proportion. Yeah, you're like even narrower, but we're trying to do like twice the fucking... No, you are the same. Okay, that's funny. It looks narrower, but only because everything else is like double the proportion. See, how do I want to do this? I can undo that. And then honestly, probably just undo that. And then we'll just go a little higher. Probably like 8 pixels wide, including the boundaries of the line. That looks okay. All right. And then we'll have to figure out the flooring again. That'll be quick though. And then I think we're like kind of good. I think this will convey the thing I want it to convey. We got some walls, we got a door. We'll make the door slide open. It'll be great. Yeah. Okay, so actually let's do this with lines because conceptualizing this is way easier for me with lines. Because specifically what we would want is only the left and the bottom. And then we'll just do that for the sake of having a barrier. And so now if we copy this, we have like a repeatable tile. And it appears as though we have a border all around each tile, but like really technically, because it's 1 pixel wide, only half of the tile has a border around it. And the other part of the border is from the tile next to it. Cool. Okay, we'll just save ourselves some time here. Oh my God, words. There we go. Fuck, how many fucking tiles wide are you now? 9. Walls? Why did I make you such weird sizes? What the hell? Wait. This is indeed 9 tiles wide. So then I weirdly made the walls like half width. Okay, yeah, that's not kosher. So then what we should do is like, we're just gonna press you down. So you are half of a tile too wide. So like that would be okay. And then we just delete you. You as well. And then we're gonna copy you. I didn't copy the white line at the bottom. Oh my God. Nope. Almost. Great. Okay, and then what are we gonna do with this area here? I guess that just means the door itself has to have some tiling. Right, and then over here we just left it blank. Oh yeah, okay. I like the larger sprite sizes. Proportions just like look better. The thickness of the 1 pixel line in comparison to the size of the rest of the object looks good. Okay. And then let's add that little diagonal line situation. Because why not? Okay, so we want you to be like part of a tile. So if we repeat, we can easily grab part of you without the line or part of you with the line. Like right here is where we would like the line, I suppose. And then we'll go to the edge of a different tile. So we'll go to like right here. Easily gauged that. And then what would we need? I bet there is some way to draw a line and then move it around, because that is what I would like to do at this point. Like I want these to be equal in length and then connected by a 45-degree angle. Still a few more pixels to go. And also, will you tell me how long you are? I'm sure there's... Yeah, okay. So this is 18 pixels long. How long are you? 16. Okay, now you're even in length. Probably not quite achievable. So close. Okay, so they each get another pixel. Damn it. It's going to be one longer on the bottom. That might be fine. How does that look? That looks okay. Great. Fine. Yeah, it's okay. Nice. It's all right. It's all right. Crazy Pants, you weren't here, but I was saying I'm thinking about doing a color palette that's like 4 colors to start off with: black, white, and then dark gray and light gray. I'm not really sure though. There's this really cool... You missed the context, but this looks like a cafeteria. That's funny. I'm really just trying to make something that looks like floor and wall. Like, starting out, I'm just trying to make sure I can make things that look like, oh, that's a wall, and that's a door, and that's the floor. That's really all I'm trying to do at the moment. So if it looks like a cafeteria, then great, because cafeterias, as far as I know, have floor and wall and door. You came back and Wi-Fi is back? Congratulations on having Wi-Fi. Life is very frustrating without internet, as Crazy Pants and I discovered this weekend. Although we also didn't have power. That was probably the bigger annoyance, was not having power, but not having internet for a few hours after power was also lame. We kept being like, oh, we'll just like watch this thing. Oh no, we need the internet for that. Right. The internet used to go out a lot, you feel like. I feel like it really depends on where you live. It's Cox's fault this time, not the breakers. Yeah, that's usually our situation. But they're pretty infrequent. We have like 4 or 5 internet outages a year. It's not that bad. And maybe it's not fair to say it's what our who the fuck do we have? Xfinity? It might not be their fault. Like, it might be that some dumbass like drove into their infrastructure and wrecked it, and so then like they gotta go fix it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's their fault, but it's hard to know. It's hard to know. I'm sure sometimes it absolutely is their fault. Okay, so right, the thing I was gonna show. So the reason I'm thinking about going with 4 colors is this picture, I think, does a great job conveying that it's a wall with a door. It's obvious what parts of it are floor that you can walk on, what parts of it are wall that you can't walk on. And I feel like maybe having 4 colors would be better. This time it was a freaking hurricane level windstorm. Yeah, that shit was crazy. It is understandable that things broke. And play Monopoly, the relationship ruiner. Nah, we have tons of fun board games. Yeah, there are parts of Monopoly that are fun, but Teamworm, you're right. A lot of the house rules that people use make the game noticeably worse. Free parking is incredibly stupid. So too is not auctioning off properties. Makes the game flow completely differently and stupidly. And it's really fucking dumb. Like to play Uno or Skippo? I don't know Skippo. It sounds like a bad version of Uno. Uno, I think, also is not that fun. There are much better games rather than Uno. Okay, so what the hell do I do now? I guess I need to break things apart into the stuff we're gonna make into tile sets. So, and then I have to figure out how to actually do that. I think I just start a new file in Aseprite and I tell it like, hey, I'm gonna make you a tile set, but I will need to look up how to do that. Skippo with partners goes hard. 2v2 is ideal. What the hell even is that? I've never heard of that. Is it at all like Uno? Why didn't I actually set you nicely on a thing? Okay, so we only have one floor tile at the moment. This guy. Great. Then what are we gonna do here? Actually, do I even have to break all of this apart to make it a tile set? Probably not, right? Are all of these unique tiles? I guess this wall is not, so we can get rid of that wall in its entirety. It also includes that. And then I guess we wouldn't... Ooh, I'm gonna have to think about how to handle the little transparent area above the door. I don't really want people to see into the next room while the door is closed. And if it's transparent, they would see into the next room. What does it look like if I just add black up there? Does that look weird? Yeah, it's maybe less readable as a door. You know what? We won't worry about it right now. I'll fix it later. Okay, so I guess this is the fucking tile map so far. Skippo is a pretty basic game where you have a hand of cards and a stack of cards you need to play. Okay, so your hand of cards and a stack of cards are separate things, and you need to play the cards that are not in your hand. Like maybe you need to play the cards in your hand too, but it's interesting. There are 4 community piles that go 1 to 12 in order and then reset. All players have 4 discard piles. You play your partner's stack and their discards. And there are skip bows, which ironically don't skip and are wilds. Oh my god. Okay, so you have to place cards down in like ascending order. I see. Yeah, it looks like Team Worm beat you to explaining it, but your explanation has some different pieces to it. Sounds interesting. There's a lot of games like that that are designed around like trying to put things in a certain order and having different ways to work around your limited access to the cards. You draw more cards when you run out of your 5-card hand. Yeah, it sounds interesting. Sounds like it could be fun. I generally like more thematic board games. But things like that are quick, that can just be fun, like in between some longer games, definitely cool. Okay, so we have our door and our wall and our floor. Oh, Mojito's paw is stuck. One moment, ma'am. Ma'am. Okay. If you're gonna fight me, you're never gonna get out of there. Okay, there you go. Sorry, girl. Grandparents are so nice, but if you're their partner and you miss a play, you'll get roasted afterwards. It's pretty funny. Even if you're just a family member's friend who is playing for the first time. Damn, that's brutal. That's fun though. My grandparents were never into like games. They were boring, sad old people. You have a doggo in your lap. That's cute. I have a cat on my desk. No dog in the lap. Sounds nice though. Okay. So I'm not sure if I should get the door animating or if I should do more let's go back to our list of things we might need to draw. We do need a player sprite. So we can try drawing that. I don't know if that's going to go well. I think that's going to take a lot of tries. It's a long dog, so it covers over the whole lap. That's fun. Make the player sprite bald. No. I haven't put much thought into that yet, though. Like, what they should look like. I think we're going to go like the Pokemon route, and you just look like a generic teenager-ish person. Young adult. We'll go with young adult just so they can get into adult situations and it's not weird like with Pokemon, realizing that like, oh, this kid's supposed to be like 12, maybe 14 at the oldest. Make it where they can be bald or have hair. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well. I haven't really thought about letting you customize your character from the beginning. I do like the idea of having different outfits you can wear. Especially just having different pieces of armor look different. Because I definitely want the player to have like saved sets of armor that they can swap to. Like, oh, for this type of fight with these kinds of enemies, I want to switch to gear set number 3. And as long as the armor looks different enough, they should be able to know like, oh, my purple, that gear where I have that one purple looking shirt is the right one for this fight. And they can just look at their character and be like, okay, yeah, sweet, I do already have it on. Or no, I need to switch to it. I don't have it on. But yeah, I do not know about hairstyles. Oh my God. Cardboard armor. You would just die though. No way. The fact that Skyrim doesn't have that is crazy. What, like armor sets you can swap to? Yeah. I don't understand how like it's like you do all this work to have your game have like thousands of options and then you make it not that fun to switch between those options. So then players they'll change a little bit as they play, but not a whole lot. And they especially won't focus on like for very specific challenges, putting on a whole new set of stuff. But I think that's a good way to encourage like diversity in play. Have an idea for a cooking card game? You'd like to make it sometime, just start making it. Write out a bunch of cards on like 3x5 note cards. Usually that's enough for you to tell if it like has some legs and could be fun. You just want a quick swap to your barter gear. Ooh, yeah. Crazy Pants and I and Booski played through Divinity Original Sin 2. Divinity 2 Original Sin? No, Divinity Original Sin 2. Yeah. And one of us had barter gear. And boy, sometimes we'd go do a fight and realize the barter gear was still on. Or we'd sell stuff and realize the barter gear was not on. And like a card sheet and print it out to see if it would work. Yeah, I go back and forth with whether or not that's the better way to do it. I think a quick and dirty thing you just quickly draw, like with pencil on some 3x5 note cards, can be a really quick way to figure out if things work. Because I've definitely had ideas for games, and then I think something will work, and then I actually try it, and it's like, oh no, it doesn't work, or it does work, but it's way too like fiddly and complicated, and it's just not fun. All right, so let's draw a player sprite. Just a preliminary one. We're gonna need like shit. We go into Paint. We're gonna need a lot of them, right? Because if we want, we're gonna have the player sprite like walking in every fucking direction. There's a lot of fucking directions, you know? There's like 8 of them. Actually, there's infinitely many, but you know. But then also just standing. So I think the standing sprite can just be like a walking sprite, but with both feet down. Maybe not. I want the animation to look good for the player character. Paint Net is pretty cool, but it is fucking complicated. Teamworm, it is pretty easy to at least bring just card games, just straight out card games into Tabletop Sim. There's like a separate deck editor tool that is made by them, and you just like load in all the pictures. It can do it automatically if you tell it like, hey, this folder has all the pictures you want. And then you can tell it whether they have unique backs or they all have the same back and it's this picture. It's pretty sweet. It works really well. It's a good way to test stuff for sure. And it can save you a lot on paper. Because if you have an idea for something that's like 4 decks of cards and they're each 200 cards, printing and cutting all that shit out is insane. Or you can just spend like 20 minutes and get it all loaded into Tabletop Sim and then fuck around with it. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we'll just start with walking upwards. We'll start with the player's back. And then shit, so I feel like we need the cardinal directions. Pokemon functions with just the cardinal directions. So that'll be like the second thing we do. Okay, so then what is the frame size? You're like the size of a door. Right, and so I think what that was gonna end up being was like, let's go a little bigger. Let's like draw the frame. Our player sprite needs to fit in here. For your cooking card game, you'd have a limited amount of moves. You get orders and have to complete them in a certain amount of turns. Complete them fast, you get more people. At its core, that makes sense. Plan on using dice to roll how many people you get. D4, D6, and a D8 for the customers coming in faster. So you'd start with a D4, and then if you did well, then you'd get a D6 worth of customers. That's a lot of fluctuation, though. But yeah, the theme sounds okay. The question would be the moment to moment cooking of things would need to be fun, right? Oh shit! All right, let's get back into Aseprite. What am I doing? Okay, so this is the frame that our character has to fit in, and then I think We'll go ahead and make it black because we're gonna be white. That, ooh. Hold on. Go back and look at the minute screen caps. So the main character is white, but does he have a black outline? Yeah, he does. Okay, so the main character is mostly white in color, but then its details are black, and that includes a black outline. All right. So then, how are we gonna do this? I guess that means that actually what we should do is have this be white, and we'll draw the outline. So I think we're going to just start with a male character, and then we'll definitely have the option, like Pokemon, to choose male or female. It would be really fun. I would love to make a character creator like Elden Ring, to just have like shitloads of options, but that's beyond the scope of this project. So I think at the most we'd have like male, female. Maybe it'd be fun to have a like a gender neutral they. You kind of look male, kind of look female, kind of like neither. That could be cool. It'd be a nice thing to do. Have like a non-binary option. But really, I feel like you could choose male or female, and they, as long as they're not labeled like male or female, and then you just choose your pronouns separately, it should be fine. We're planning a free-for-all mode for the cooking game, and a teamed mode. Yeah, that could be fun. Again, as long as the systems of the like moment-to-moment gameplay is fun, like a fun little puzzle to get through. Obviously, I feel like the default is either competitive or cooperative, but team-based could be cool. Especially if you add in like, I don't know, like thematic limitations, right? Like you both can't be utilizing the same tools at the same time. Small male sprites are often pretty androgynous. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not great at art either way, so I don't think people are gonna like think I intentionally shafted them and didn't represent them, you know? You both get your own cards for cooking. So then our do you plan to have like stations where you can do things? Like what is that game? Overcooked? Where like some people are like chopping things up, and some people are washing dishes, and some people are cooking like meat. So then you'd have like limited stations, and then depending on the cards that you had, you'd have to like both figure out what you can do in what order. You can give it to your teammates. Well, I guess really it'd be like those stations you wouldn't give to them, right? Well, I guess you could, but thematically it'd be like they're just available. They'd be like on the like a playing board or something. You could give them food. Okay, sure. You'd like pass off your dish that's partly made. Yeah, that could be interesting. Like it's like a stack of cards. Like a hamburger that's only half complete is like a bun, and then you would cook a meat card and add that to the stack, and then add like vegetables and cheese or whatever. Like if you have a chopped up tomato, you can give it to them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I bet somebody has made a game like this at some point, because like the idea of it makes sense. The core components and pieces make sense. And then it's just like, how do you make the actual individual acts involved a fun little puzzle to do? And And I'm sure that's the, that sounds like the hard part. You could also have customers, like the longer they have to wait, the, I guess the lower somebody's score would be, right? The lower your team's score would be. All right. Oh, no, we're not in the right tool. We want the brush. Lower the money. Sure, lower money, but also they would like, they would potentially like badmouth your restaurant, right? Let's look at Pokemon Trainer sprites. Get an idea of the perspective. So it is kind of weird. We're top down, but not fully top down. We're at a slight angle. We don't want the trainer sprites from battles because those are directly straight on. There's no top-downedness. Oh, that's fun. Somebody made their own sprites. Actually, that would at least help with the perspective. Let's zoom way the fuck in. So you see most of the head, just not the very front of it. When they're facing away, which is what we're going to start with. Holy shit. What do people even look like? How am I going to draw a person? This is going to be crazy. This is going to take so many fucking tries. Oh my god. Come on, there's got to be some better options. What you could do is have a money system and a review system. Yeah. And I would assume money would in some way be related to you getting more ingredients, supplies, equipment, and then the reviews would be related to you getting more customers. Whoa, okay. There's the Tanuki Man trainer sprite. That's fun. I just need like overworld, like top down. Yeah, I guess let's look at generations. Shit, what does your character look like in like Sun and Moon? They're like an actual 3D model in Sun and Moon, right? Check out Black and White. Okay, so Black and White definitely still had the like little tiny chibi people look. Okay, all right. You know what? Thought I could just zoom in, but we're getting weird cat girl ads. Hold on, actually, what did that say? Create any image you can dream up with AI. Get 20 monthly prompts free. No. That might be fun to get silly ideas for coming up with creatures, but... Remember that eyes are all spheres. Well, yeah. They are. They are always spheres. I not the visible part of it. The visible part is just a weird... Like a... Like a cone? What would you describe the bisection of a sphere? Oblate spheroids, you'd bet. It's still a sphere. Wouldn't a spheroid be a shape that's close to a sphere? I'm talking about specifically like the part of the eyeball that's visible. It's not actually a circle. Like, if you looked at someone's eyeball from the side, you can see like, you know, like it's like this shape, but if you're looking straight on, it looks like that. So it's sort of like a cone, just it has a rounded bottom. I don't know. You were not answering my new question. Stream delay, man. Stream delay. Okay, so let's try to figure this out. How much of this should be head? How much of this should not be head? Is this too much head or 2 pixels wide? Don't be 2 pixels. Everything, I swear, everything used to be 1 pixel. It used to remember my settings and I had everything at 1 pixel. And then I opened Ace Sprite today and it was like, fuck you, buddy. Everything's different. Okay, so like, you know, this is too much head. Is this the right amount of head? I think proportionally, this is the right amount of head. But like look at these guys. They're like 50% head. And then if we go to oh my god, what was that fucking game? Cassette Beasts. And I typed the word cassette and the pictures of people appeared in Google's like autocomplete. I don't need that, Google. Fucking chill out. I really like the character sprites in Cassette Beasts. I should probably just play Cassette Beasts. I like the character sprites. They're so simple though. And it does suck that they can't convey emotion really well because of how simple they are. And then obviously you can get around that in lots of ways. Lots of ways to get around that, but that is disappointing. So I think we might just go with you know, a head that's maybe a little big, but not half your fucking body. That's too much. Half is too much. Okay, so then maybe a little bit larger than this. Am I not on circling? Oh yeah, okay. Ooh, God, that just seems too big. It seems like comical. All right, that's gonna be the size of our head. Obviously not an actual full circle, like you know, the end result is probably gonna be something like, you know, more like that, and then like there would be some hair up here, some hair back here too. But the circle's just kind of an outline. It might make sense to look up a guide as to how to fucking draw people. Probably would be good. I don't know, what do people look like? Something like this. Yeah. Beautiful. And then like that. Okay, maybe not. Maybe your chest sticks out like a little bit more. Maybe not that. Sure, something like that. So this should be their back, so they wouldn't have like a pec line. And then some pants. And then like feet. Can you see feet? How does the perspective work? What's something like that. There we go. There's our main character. They're beautiful. Oh shit, now it looks like you are answering my question. A sliced sphere is called a spherical cap? Okay. You don't know what you'd call the 2D profile view. Ooh, yeah, it'd be some kind of like projection of that shape. Cool, a spherical cap. Yeah, I guess no matter where you cut it, you essentially now have a cap to put upon it. Cool. That's a weird fucking thing. All right. Okay, so what kind of like artistically kind of want to go more of like an Adventure Time route? Just for clarity. Not like the people from Adventure Time. Like not the actors specifically, but the characters. The characters. They've got like noodle arms. It really just makes it easier to fucking animate weird shit. Everybody's just got weird noodly ass arms, you know? And maybe not as extreme, maybe slightly thicker noodle arms. Just a little bit more realistic proportions, but you can't go too thick because then it's hard to have weird bends in the noodles. So yeah, I think something like that. Oh my god. Peppermint Butler is like freaking out back there. Jesus, dude. Shit, yeah, I think he turns into like a vampire or something in an episode. Maybe that's what that was about. All right. I do feel like I should probably watch a video about how to like draw pixel art characters before I fucking commit to this. Lines are probably easier. Okay, your shoulders are too broad, buddy. They're far too broad. Oh, also you don't have a neck. I guess the sphere could include some neck. And we could go a little higher. We've got a little extra room. I think we want like a border all around of like 1 pixel. But we still have some room. All right, so then let's kind of just like cut the shoulders off early. Oh, interesting. Lemongrab, the second character from the left. He has like literally no shoulders. And then the guy in the middle, Magic Man. God, I think that's just his name. He's such an asshole. He has shoulders, but it looks like only because he's got a backpack on. That's super interesting. All right, how the hell do you just do some slight shoulders? Can we just not a lot, but not none. Not a lot, but not none. That looks a little bit better. And then, you know what? I think for now they'll just be mirrored, but then we'll come up with some cool like asymmetrical details. I would like to have, if you have like a tool out or something, it would be kind of cool to have it like hanging, dangling from you. So I'll try to avoid like too much detail on the player sprite. Okay, you know what? No, let's start your shoulders down a little lower. Cut in a little sooner. He's not gonna look great. I think no matter what, he's not gonna look amazing. And I'm not gonna animate them yet. Now hold on. I'm gonna stand up and look at how far past my waist my hands go. Pretty sure it's just a little bit. Yeah. It's like a little bit. Pockets. You can get right. Duh, pockets are about at the end of the length of your arms, but not quite. Okay. Okay, so like proportionally, I feel like we're somewhere like this. Do I just want to like have the feet be hidden? Mojito, what do you think? Do we just hide the feet? The front? They're just standing with their feet straight ahead? Probably easier. And then also, do we just have a single line? What kind of thigh gap do we have? What kind of pants do we have? We're supposed to have just woken up from being like asleep in a cryopod. So probably some kind of like cool in quotes, like jumpsuit thing. Oh my god. Fucking the Venture Bros? The Venture Bros wear stupid ass suits. Damn, Dr. Venture has a funny name for it. Wow, and then in like all the pictures he's wearing like professor outfits instead of his dumb fucking suit thing. There we go. There we go. Okay. So something kind of like what Dr. Venture's wearing. It's very, very like practical. Very practical. And then I think over time in the first area, your outfit will slowly change. At least the very first thing I want to give the player are some like electric element aligned boots that will let you dash and sprint. You'll tap it to get a little dash or hold it to sprint. I think every time I get the sprinty feet situation going in Pokemon, I'm like, oh, thank God. I think newer Pokemon games, you just have that shit from the beginning now. Make them wear a hazmat suit without the headpiece. Wrong piece. But with a mask instead. But doesn't that take away the point of a hazmat suit? Also, hazmat suits are like bulky and big. That would be hard to animate. Part of why I want them to have like a kind of like sleek futuristic outfit on that's like generic and simple is it'll be easy to animate and it's intentionally kind of boring. So then when you get like your first piece of like armor or again the boots, I want to make sure the boots look kind of cool. Although they'll probably look cool mostly because they'll have your feet will have like electrical arcs off of them. You meant like a full body suit. Yeah, but aren't hazmat suits like bulky and weird? They're like, no, what's a good way to describe it? Like they wrinkle and crumple as the person moves. Fuck that, that's too hard. TKJ, you go draw me a character sprite doing that. And then then I'll do it. I'll use it. Ooh, we could use it for like dangerous sections. You could put on the hazmat suit for shit. That's kind of cool. You were just meaning a full body suit for sure. For sure. We'll have something like that. Just not bulky. Okay, I am now realizing that the reason this left foot looks weird is because one leg is much larger than the other. Okay. Now it's just switched. So if we have two lines... Man, even just trying to get like generic proportions right. It's fucking hard to work with what you got when what you've got is not that many pixels. Or use a gas mask or something instead of hazmat for dangerous sections. Yeah, I think there might be... I'm still shopping around for different kinds of tools that I want the player to have. Because essentially I want you to be able to... I want every tool that you get to have some sort of use in combat. Both functionally it does something useful, like the sprinty boots will let you move quickly, move further than you would if you didn't use them during combat and also out of combat. But then they also are aligned with some kind of magical element. In the boots case, electricity. I'm not sure what to call it. Probably just electric, but maybe something. Electro is kind of fun. Genshin Impact uses like hydro, pyro, electro. It's easier to say than electric. I'm not really a fan of fire being pyro. It's just like different. It's like a different thing to remember. It's not easy. Fire is nice and simple. But yeah, so I want them to have a functional use and then also some kind of elemental alignment. And so and then also out of combat, I want them to be useful for solving puzzles. So like the electrical boots, you will use along with a tool to be able to like reroute power through some like messed up sections of the lab that you wake up in, and other areas that you adventure in. And so yeah, I've been trying to think up different kinds of tools that would be aligned with certain elements. But then not only do they have to be aligned with certain elements, but then they have to be fun. I have to be able to think of a puzzle that would be fun to do with them. And yeah, it would be interesting to use a gas mask, and then like essentially it could just protect you from poison attacks and things. I think at the very least having like a like the way in Pokemon there are held items, there could definitely be a gas mask item that would be like a held item that would reduce the effectiveness of like poison attacks. But yeah, I don't know if I think those I wouldn't necessarily like visually animate on your character, but maybe. The mask could also obscure your vision in battle. Ooh, there would have to be a fun way to do that. It's really difficult for me to draw the line where to draw the line between like mechanics and theme. That maybe something should work a certain way if it was realistic, but if that way is not fun, it's like you got to be careful. You got to be careful putting that stuff in. Okay, so we now have like a bathroom sign almost. Could I make? Do I want to make the boots thinner? No, I feel like this proportion is okay. I don't like how thick this middle line is. So we could just actually make the entire character an odd number of pixels wide. Do I dislike that? How do I feel about that? Nope. You gotta grab one earlier, like right there, and then do that. That looks okay. All right. That will be absolutely infuriating that they can't be centered on anything anymore. But I don't think you'll really notice it. Will have reaction-based attacks. Yeah, definitely. I need to finish outlining the like document that I'm making that has like lore. It has lore, like background story stuff. It has the plot of the game right now, just the very beginning, and then some information about the combat system. But the goal that I want is for I want it to work like Pokemon, where there are attack boosts if you attack with the right elements, but also effects like freezing things. If you hit something with an ice attack and they're wet, you're more likely to freeze them. Have the gas mask have harder reaction-based attacks? I don't know what that means specifically. Harder how? Like as in it would be harder for reactions to occur? Because I feel like that would make sense. Like if you have a gas mask on, it would be harder to poison somebody that has it on. But yeah, that would definitely, there's going to be a bunch of held items like in Pokemon, and they would all do thematically appropriate things like that. So, you know, we'll have to get there. I'm going to start with just a beginning area where there's just a few of each kind of thing, and then probably have individual streams where once the combat system is made, it's just like, okay, we're going to spend 3 hours making up held items, and that's it. Okay. The proportions of the head. What do we make a head look like? Do I just delete you? Probably. Nope, wrong color. Okay. What the hell does the back of a head look like? They have a neck. All right. Our neck is done. Also, clearly, without the head, the shoulders are hilariously broad. Truly bizarre looking. If you have to press the A button to block or dodge or something, you have to do it faster. Because of the gas mask? Why would the gas mask do that? Like, because it's making it harder for you to see. I don't know if I would want that. Like I said, it would have to be fun. Or the benefit would have to be so good that it makes sense that it has that big of a drawback. Okay. So a general shape of a head. How are heads shaped? I'm not really sure. Less circular, though. Something like this? Something like that. All right, your shoulders are still too broad, buddy. And your arms are not noodly enough. Can I have them moved away? Hold on, let's go back and I'll just glance at Adventure Time stuff. It's hard to represent this as pixels. Damn. Okay. Something like that looks better. No, not really. Still a little too broad. Like that. That looks closer to reasonable. Okay. I will just make you a mirror image in a moment. We need to figure out what kind of hair they're gonna have. Needs to be something that is conveyable, just black and white, or potentially black, white, gray. Black, white, and 2 grays. Light gray, dark gray. Didn't hear what I said because you were switching to a phone because your PC froze. Holy shit. Get that PC some life support. I was just saying I didn't really see... I was saying I wasn't really sure why you'd have to press the buttons faster if you were blocking or dodging. And I was guessing that you were still going with the idea like the gas mask would make it harder to see. And then I was saying like I would only do that if it was fun or if the benefit of the gas mask was so great that it needed some kind of drawback. Because it seems like it would be annoying, and then people just wouldn't want to use it. And that's not what I want. Okay, proportionally, your legs still look too thick. We want noodle legs. We can definitely go thinner. Oh, and then we wouldn't have to make you an odd number of pixels. How does this look? Are your feet too small now? Kind of works. You're just giving out ideas. Yeah, for sure. I definitely brainstorm about things a lot, and sometimes it's fun to follow ideas through, but then realize like, oh yeah, no, that totally wouldn't work. All right. Could we go noodlier than that? At some point we lose our ability to really do anything with the feet. I guess no matter what I can make, like if they had boots, the boots could come up higher. What would that look like? Something like that. Oof, the limited pixels on the noodly arms and legs. Oh, damn. Will there be a verse mode in this game? I haven't decided on that yet because that might take like coding that I don't know how to do. That might be difficult. But The idea is to just essentially have this be a single player game. And at the most, maybe you could like lend your characters to other players. But for the most part, single player is the only thing within the scope. Multiplayer is fucking difficult. Okay. I think something like this as far as leg thickness goes is good. How do I handle the butt area? So if you had a belt, would it look more like that? What if we went higher? Maybe did 2. Does that look like a belt shirt zone? Kind of, but more like the front. I think just flat might be better. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch some things about like pixel art drawing. Ooh, especially if there's, I would like to learn about drawing Adventure Time characters, not as pixel art, and then also learn about drawing pixel art characters, and then try to use those ideas to make some unique character designs. I think that's going to be pretty difficult for me to just like take a stab at now. So I think we're going to switch gears and animate the door moving. So then let me see. Let's just open a new thing and see what we can do. Oh, if I copy the door. Shit, but actually we need that extra space. So if I copy this whole thing, are you smart enough? You are. Cool. It makes the new file the width and height of the thing that you've copied. Cool. Okay, so let's do that, and let's put you in here. And then there has to be a way to turn you into a sprite. You go into properties. Ooh, you're interesting. The default thing that it does when you open a new file is label it as sprite and then a number higher than the previous thing you were working on. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's just look this up. How to animate sprites in a sprite. That's what we want. That's what we need. Somebody on the internet knows how to do it. All right. Saltoons. What do you got, buddy?
I'm going to show you how to animate using a sprite.
Great. You know, let's just mute you. Oh, cool. Fun little intro. All right.
We have our canvas set up here, which is 32 pixels by 32 pixels in size. We have a donut on one layer and our background on the other layer. Here's a neat little trick.
Ah, okay. So, right, the panel that's missing in my A sprite is like layers. Yeah, why is the layer thing not visible? I swear to God, all my fucking properties changed. It should just be in view. We should be able to change what we can see. Show layer edges. No, I just want the fucking... You know, let's try that. Nope. That's not what we want. I just want to see the layer... like... panel? The panel? Grid settings, snap to grid tiled mode, symmetry options, loop section, show onion skin. What the fuck? Okay. And there's an advanced mode. I don't know if I want to click that. Or I just want shit back the way it was. Interesting. Okay, so then maybe in layer there is a way to just show the like window that has all the layer information. Why are you not there? What if I add a new layer? Okay, that brought it up. I don't know that I actually need a new layer. Because all that I want is to add a new frame to this, which I swear there's a way to do that. I duplicate you. Okay. Let's test this. This is actually fun to just kind of experiment with. Okay, so will this only change cell 2? It will. Okay, cool. So then I think this should actually be pretty easy. So all we want to do is we want to come in here, and what's going to change is this situation. Like this is going to open. So, oh my God. I have to think about like what kind of like motion do I want from the door? Maybe like slow it first and then it like shoots open. I guess for now we can just have it just like at a regular rate, it'll just open. But we could very easily give it some like personality by having it like start slow and then go really quick until the end and then slow down. Have it like ease in and ease out of its motion. Okay, whatever. That's a thing to worry about later. So then we can just duplicate you again and then move you again. And then duplicate you again. There's got to be a way to have like a fucking AI do this for me. Oh shit, there's that new, some new fucking piece of hardware called like the Rabbit or something that is designed to like, I think it's designed to attach to your phone and to watch you on your phone. Maybe it can do things on a PC as well. It like watches you and then will try to figure out like what you're doing. And it's designed to make like macros where it'll just carry out a repetitive task. But intelligently. Wait. Missed that. Go back. There we go. And then how do we handle the door closing? I guess we'll just do the exact opposite frame animation. I won't even bother creating it, and then hopefully inside of Godot we can just be like, hey, take the open animation and do it backwards. Ooh, okay, I don't even have to like double select you. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay, cool. So then if I duplicate you while still having this selected, then yep. All I have to do is press the arrow key. I don't have to reselect. This is pretty sweet. I bet there's a faster way to do this, though. Also, like how smooth do I need this to be? We could be doing way more movements per frame. Way more pixels opening per frame. Fuck. Okay, let's just do 2. We'll just do 2. Oh my god, does that mean I'm gonna like fucking start over? Yeah, it does. Oh my god. Okay, so can I just like delete all of you? Oh, they're like one by one. Oh my god. Okay, I need to learn how to do this. Delete frames. It's still just one at a time. Oh, it's Alt-C though. Cool. Okay. Shit. You're back on your PC. Well, welcome back. Hope it doesn't crash. All right, so we're gonna do. Actually, let's start slow. We'll start with one pixel per frame for the first two, and now we're gonna jump up to 2. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate you. Duplicate you. And duplicate you. And duplicate you. All right, is that even? 12 wide. 12 wide. Great. Okay. We're almost there. How do real automatic doors open? I feel like they're slow at first, but maybe not. Maybe they're just slow the whole time. I do want these to be kind of fast. That cool, we're in the future feeling, and maybe OSHA doesn't exist here. Not a great future. But we can make doors open hella fast automatically. Oh, wait. I didn't make a new thing, did I? Oh no. Okay, you. And then you. Okay, now we duplicate. Oh, and do I want them to open, like, fully? Maybe the handles will still stick out. And that would kind of make sense. Because if they were designed to manually close when there's like no power or some kind of error. Sorry, if they were designed to be manually closable, you'd need to have access to the handles. So then maybe this is where you rest. Wonder if that will look okay. Shit. And then also we absolutely needed to have like black space, like black floor appearing. Okay. That, I guess either way it would have been work to do. So I think conceptualizing it once it's open, it'll be easier, and then we can just kind of like back up to the situation. Oh, we can just make it another layer. Sweet. Okay, great. Layer 2, I actually have a purpose for you, but you're on top of layer 1, aren't you? Testing. You're on top of layer 1. Can I just like move you? Can I move you? How? Merge down. No, I just want you to be lower. That makes it visible. That means it's editable. Whoa, it's discontinuous. I don't know what that means. It prefer individual cells / frames. No idea. Dragging lets me highlight. What about dragging with a right click? Hell yeah, brother. Okay, cool. Great, so now we have what we want, and we can just essentially duplicate this sprite and have the floor. The floor will be the same, but only parts of it will be visible. Okay, cool. So then I have to think about from over here, we have a floor tile, which actually is just this. So let's copy that. We're still on layer 2. And then decide, this takes up 2 by 2. 2 squares by 2 squares. So the floor will look special in the doorway. And I think we'll kind of end that here. And then, so we're gonna have, oh, if I do black, oh cool, it does work. Okay, great, because the frame is small. Okay. We're gonna do something like that. Hold on, how readable is that? If that was shit, I only copied the fucking layer 1. So hold on. I could just copy both layers? I could just select both and copy both. Okay. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so great to learn. Oh no, it pasted you on a different, okay. Okay. Because I still had you selected, huh? Nope. It's just a weird situation. Okay, so then what I want to do is copy you as like a flattened 1-layer situation. Maybe that's not possible. I need to see how this looks over here. So actually, let's not disturb this. Let's make a copy down here. And then our plan is to replace the door with the open door situation. And then figure out how the flooring looks in comparison to that. Because now we'll be able to see the walls. Damn, why do you want to paste it as a different layer? Don't do that. Just like fucking paste it in the same layer. Yeah, I guess I get that what I'm trying to do is kind of weird. I just paste you as a new sprite? Oh, you're just gonna make yourself a whole new thing. Okay. Okay. But now if I paste you, you work the way I want. So, okay. Fine with me, I guess. Okay. So that is what it looks like with the door open. And then flooring wise, I was thinking, oh, I didn't paste you in a good spot. Hold on. Let's move you to right there. Great. Okay, we're gonna take floor tiles. Crap. Right. Okay, I have the solution for this. We'll just move you on top. So then the goal was... Shit, that actually is difficult to gauge. Nope, I need you to be... transparent. Great, now you're deleted. Okay. Okay, so... I was thinking is essentially having... shit. Essentially having shit. Something like that? Yeah, okay. Back to black, fill that in. So does that look okay? Let's finish up the tiles leading into the next room. See how readable it is. Damn it. Damn it, bro. Damn, it is really nice working with layers. Just even in here, I should definitely just be working with layers. Why can't I just right click? What? I am trying to draw a line. What's your deal? Am I on the wrong layer? Is that why? No, there is only one layer. Interesting. Hey, Aaron TTV. How's it going, dude? Oh, it's probably because I still have you selected, isn't it? It was. Okay. All right. I'll understand a sprite one day. Okay. You go here. You're good? About to start your game deving. Nice. I don't know if what I'm doing technically counts, but I need to do the art for my game, so feel like technically the pixel art is part of game dev for me. And then, right, then we can just put the next room in. We'll just see what it looks like. You use Aseprite too? Nice. I am not super familiar with it. Trying to get familiar with it. Also, TKJ, good luck on your card game work. Okay, so let's just even need to put that line there. Let's just do that. Okay, so I don't like the way these lines match up. What are the options for not doing that? How would we avoid that? We could just change the way the floor looks just for the bottom row. Ooh, it would be messy, but another way to do it would be to make the wall sprites a little bit bigger. I really don't like that option. Okay. Making a 2.5D 8-bit Game Boy voxel RPG. Ooh. It becomes an SNES game. So it starts 8-bit and then shit, what is an SNES, like 16-bit? Cool. I love the voxel look for things. It's very cool looking. Is it going to be a turn-based RPG? I want to see what it looks like. Hell yeah, why not? Trust Imgur links. They haven't done me wrong yet. Oh shit, that's pretty cool. Is that in Firefox? Did we open it? Nope, I still have the wrong thing set as default. Let's do that. Let's open it. Come on. There we go. Looks pretty sweet. The does look a little framey, like a little like low, oh my god, words. If the frame rate's low, then that's like low frames per second. Still looks really cool though. Damn. Cool, so you already have like a UI and shit. At least for some things. That looks really cool. Shit. You're gonna hit me with a malicious Imgur link someday, Teamworm? Don't be mean. You're gonna like hide some kind of like fucking worm virus in there or something? You're using an engine called RPG in a Box. Cool. I should look that up. I like the look of that game. Very cute. Oh my god. Yeah, you did say Ernger, not Imgur. I did miss that. All right, maybe I'd miss it if you actually sent a link to me. I bet Firefox would catch it. If RPG Maker crossed with Godot. Yeah, that sounds fucking cool. RPG Maker seemed cool, but I don't want to learn how to use proprietary software and then be stuck within their system. I feel much safer being stuck within Godot's system because it's like open source. And if I ever needed to make something, I feel more confident that I would be able to, the way that they're focusing on having everything be like open source and accessible. Okay, so how do we make this look right? What if we did this? Oh, that looks so wrong. Hmm. If we had this room with bigger tiles, for the moment that would solve the problem. Ooh, no, it wouldn't because of where the tiles would have to start. Oh my god. Okay. Let's shift our perspective. So what if we left this in, but we made the tops of the walls like they don't need the outline now? Because then there's still a clear outline into the next room. Ooh, I don't like the way that looks. Ugh. Son of a bitch. Oh well, also that's misaligned now. So that is a problem. How did... Oh no, that just is the way that, right, because of the way the tiles are offset. It's gonna be like that for one of them. Oh my god. All right, this is gonna be a thing I'm gonna have to like perfect off stream. Is this readable though? If this opened, would somebody understand? Oh, there's a fucking, I can go that way. I can go through this fucking thing. This is a door and I can go through it now because it's opened. I guess so. I guess it's readable enough. I think I need to change the flooring. Maybe we'll do something cool like hexagon tiles for the flooring or something. All right. Shit. Okay, so then back to the animation situation. Because the whole point was to decide what should be up here. So, okay, we'll have the door frame area just being a black space, and then we'll just continue the tiling above it. Okay. So then I just need to copy. Be easy to copy it from here. Nope. That offset is fucking with you, buddy. There we go. Okay, so now if we're in layer 2, you'll be underneath, and we just plop you down. Okay. Okay. And then the annoying thing is I need to just like paste you. Will this fucking work? Oh my god, it does work. Okay, so yeah, we're just pasting this. Whoever was the first person to think of layers in like a Photoshop editing program. Like, holy shit. It's so nice. Okay, and now we are at least getting to the thing that I was worried about before, which is I don't want this to be like visible. Do I just want you to be black? I need some kind of like, ooh, like it could fade away. It'd be black, like you don't know what's there. And then as the door opens, you would see what is there. Ooh, okay. Okay, hold on. I can think of a better way to achieve that naturally. So leave this here for now. But then on the upper layer, you're going to just draw a black rectangle. Ah, these look like they have rounded edges. They probably don't, but they look like that. Okay, right. It's just a solid fill. So we want to have this whole thing solidly filled in. Is that cool? Are you doing that? I can't see because you're black. Okay. Solution. You're white. Now you're black. Okay. So closed door, that's black. Then we would go to here and we would have it only where the door is still blocking. Then we would go to here and then like same thing Only where the door is blocking. Okay, because the only detail is this little line. That's like the only thing I'm going to be getting rid of. So like honestly, for the sake of this being easy, this might come back to bite me in the ass if I ever try to use the door with a different background. Yeah, that seems like a bad idea. Oh well, I'm already not doing both sides the way I should be, so we will fix it if we use a background that is wrong. Wrong. Background wouldn't be wrong. If it's a different background with more detail, where we need to hide more details as they come into view. I think a cool slow fade would be nice. Not just having it be visible. Oh, I can just actually play you. Great. Oh, it's too slow. It's dramatic. Too slow, though. All right. Shit, I got 7 minutes, but we did, in fact, achieve a door opening animation. Cool beans. Let's just stop that. Okay, I'm sure I can speed it up. You know what, let me save this. I need a smart place to save this. Scribe pixel art, sure. Sure. We'll just call this door animation for now. So let me see real quick what this would look like if we cut the frames out of it. So how do I just like... Oh, I know how to duplicate you. I'll just save you as something else. Door animation test. Great. Okay, so then what we're going to do here is see if I can just delete like every other frame. Keep frames 1 and 2 because that starts off slow. So we'll keep 3 and then we'll delete 4. Delete frame. Right, and so then that just moved frame 16. Everybody above 4 got lowered a number. Okay, so then now we'll remove 5. And then now 6. And then 7. And 8. And then 9. Okay. Now let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's kind of cool. I actually unintentionally made it ease itself in and out. The easing in is intentional, but the easing out, because of the way I deleted frames, it is a tiny bit slower at the end. And you know what? Let's, for the sake of this, let's just duplicate you. I have to, shit, I can duplicate layers. Will you just duplicate the whole thing? Duplicate cells. I still don't know that terminology. Cell with an individual L is so weird. All right, so let's see. Great, so then we at least get a little pause at the end before it restarts. Okay, I think this looks better. And it's still relatively smooth, even though we took out half the frames. I think really what I would want is the other animation at like 2 or even 3 times the speed. Might be the thing to do. Okay, cool. Okay, so then next time we're going to go back to working in Godot. And we're going to actually get the wall set up with collision, get the doors set up with collision, and we'll make the doors open automatically. Then after that, I want to make doors that open with the press of a button. And then after that, we're going to start working on a puzzle. But somewhere in there, I need to animate character sprite. So that's what I'm going to do between now and then is look around at how to draw pixel art and figure out how to fucking draw what I want. Let's see. How do I want to save this? Main tile set? Test, right? Because this is just where we're testing out what things look like. This isn't the actual tile set. This will become the tile set, or at least pieces of it will. I'm coming for you, main character. I want to make you look not terrible, but as good as I can, you know. Cell is short for celluloid? Okay, so that's what I was thinking, but I still want the 2 L's. Yeah. It's like everywhere that there's cell, there's 2 L's. I don't know, do they need the space? Could they really not fit the extra L in there? I don't know. Maybe it's a practice from a different fucking language. I don't know. Shit. So yeah, I'll figure out. I may update my plans for next week. We're gonna get a main character functioning at some point. For now, we already do have a character loaded into the game. So we may just use him until I get the main character working. It is nice to differentiate it from cells. Yeah, that's a good point. I hate it, though. I hate it because they're both spelled the one way. So why does the one have to be spelled different? Then I get it's like you just needed one of them to be different, but I hate it. Ugh. I could just use a different term. I don't know. Fuck. Whatever. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I usually play Temetsi after this, but I have a million things that I need to do because of the fucking crazy bullshit storm that happened. So I gotta go like clean up outside and put away and reorganize the house after we fucking moved things around because of the fucking power outage. So I'll be back tomorrow. What the hell am I doing tomorrow? We're playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion and opening a Scarlet Violet 151 booster and then playing Minesweeper. We're gonna play the cool Minesweeper advent calendar. Oh my god. Words. What are words? I feel like every day I Alzheimer more. For everyone to watch. Alright, so anyway, thanks for hanging out, dudes. Apologies that this is all just baby steps for me. But you know, we'll figure it out. We'll get this game made 3 hours a week at a time at a minimum. Hopefully more starting soon. So yeah, have a nice day and see y'all around.